From a Marvel reference you never noticed to epic foreshadowing the Avatar crossover, these are 50 collab Easter eggs in Fortnite. While Drax doesn't use Dave Bautista's face, we can all tell he's based on the MCU, and Fortnite dropped a clever Easter egg to confirm this. It said includes the Zargnut invisibility, where he stands incredibly still.
But my movement was so slow.
And of course, one of his best friends, Groot, is known for saying one thing: I am Groot. Well, it's all he says for like 3 movies in a row, but if you look at the description of young adult Groot, it says he loves you guys. For anyone who's seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3, this reference will warm your heart.
I love you guys.
But have you noticed that when you do the neighborly hang emote of Spider-Man, he points in a really strange way? Well, if you look closely, it is actually finger guns the exact same way that Tobey Maguire does it in Spider-Man 3. One of the most ridiculous Easter eggs I've ever seen can only be found with Spider-Man 2099. And across the Spider-Verse, you can see Miguel's cape disappearing into his shoulders with fancy tech. And this doesn't happen in Fortnite, or so we thought. Turns out, if you get down while wearing the skin, you could find the secret animation. It even brings the cape back when you get revived. Now, when Peter Griffin was revealed as a Fortnite skin, it broke the internet. But he walked in here with a fully gold suit acting super rich, which felt kinda odd. Well, turns out this edit style wasn't just Fortnite messing around, it's a reference to the episode Lottery Fever, where Peter spends big on a gold tux. And most people never realize Mantis has an insane Easter egg on her pickaxes. These look like regular oak claws until you pay close attention to the keychain on the bottom. It's a miniature version of Ego ship from the second movie. But when we found out an iceberg was approaching the Chapter 5 island, everyone prepared for some kind of Polar Peak reboot, only for it to be a small POI with a huge orb in the middle. We looked through the ice and noticed Aang from The Last Airbender, along with his bison Appa. Not only was this a teaser for the upcoming Avatar collab, but it's a reference to how the show begins with Aang trapped in ice for over 100 years. If you want to get your hands on Korra, she is now available in the Battle Pass for Chapter 5 Season 2. Thanks to Epic Games for sponsoring this video and giving us another incredible experience, this time Myths and Mortals. It's all about Olympian legends featuring Zeus and Hades headlining the pass, along with other Pantheon members Artemis, Aphrodite, and more. As you play to unlock them, you'll encounter brand new powers like the Thunderbolt of Zeus, Chains of Hades, and even the Wings of Icarus. Fly to new locations like the Underworld or even Mount Olympus. There's 4 new bosses to take on, one at each POI. Topple the statue and challenge Zeus, Cerberus, Hades, and lastly Ares, who is arriving in April's Fortnite crew pack. There's also a new batch of weapons, from the Huntress DMR to the Gatekeeper shotgun, all with the ability to upgrade at the new mod bunkers. This gives you the option to choose your own attachments like the thermal scope or even the speed grip. You can still level up your season pass by playing LEGO Fortnite, Rocket Racing, Festival, or even Creator Islands. There's something for everyone in Chapter 2 Season 5, so drop in and pick up the Battle Pass for only 950 V-Bucks, available until May 24th. Thank you to Epic for partnering with us, but now back to the video. I personally love when collabs break the 4th wall, or in this case, the 4th screen? Let me explain. When Futurama was announced, Fortnite released a trailer recreating the opening credits of the show, and of course, instead of crashing into a billboard, they crashed into Mega City. And that's only for us to go in game, and it actually happened. Now, I don't need to explain the drama between Fortnite and Among Us. That beef is long gone, and it's why we have an amazing crossover. Anyone who got the crewmate backblings is still enjoying them to this day, especially when they have such a cool secret. When you get eliminated or knocked, the backbling makes the familiar sound. One of the most controversial Icon series skins is Cabby LeMay, but even people who dislike the outfit can still appreciate the effort that went into it. With his glider, you can sail onto the island holding a crown, but when you look at the front, you'll see the number 23. A ton of people were confused about this until they realized it was his age. If you decide to use Spider-Gwen though, don't forget about her emote. In another battle pass, you could earn an acrobatics, letting you flip around wherever you want, unless you do it while wearing Gwen Stacy. If that happens, the emote drops to 12 FPS, referencing the animation style of Into the Spider-Verse. Not the only character with an exclusive secret. Anyone can use Dragon Ball's boosting key emote, but if you do it while Beerus is equipped, it'll change the color. At first, players thought it was a glitch until fans pointed out it's a neat reference to the show. And so is Gref G's back bling. The reason it took so long for his Icon series to release was because he wanted Dragon Ball in the design, but they never got permission. So instead, you'll find his Balls of Power back bling, which is totally not a reference to Dragon Ball. Yeah, I talked about Peter Griffin's gold tuxedo, but that wasn't the most surprising Easter egg he brought to the game. When you came face to face with Peter and defeated him, he would go down in the most hilarious way. Speaking of incredible details, there's an amazing reference on Michael Myers' knife. This is a pickaxe after all, so swinging it around is encouraged, and when you do, it makes the classic slasher screech, referencing the film Psycho. Resident Evil fans were already happy to see their favorite characters in Fortnite, but it got even better when they noticed a secret Easter egg in the trailer. As Doggo leans against the window, you can pause and see a typewriter on the desk, and inside it says "Save Game." If you haven't played Resident Evil, here's the reference. You gotta love the attention to detail. But when fans opened up the item shop and saw an emote called Jug Band, they were not expecting it to be a secret collab. On its own, you play one instrument and it sounds pretty generic. But with 4 people, it starts to get real familiar. Yeah, turns out this was secretly poker faced by Lady Gaga, foreshadowing her coming to the game a year in advance. One of my personal favorite Easter eggs was hiding in the Street Fighter bundle this whole time. While most people were focused on the outfits, diehard fans looked at everything, including the loading screen. Yes, they are beating Peely's car until there is nothing left. Seems a little rude, but Street Fighter fans already know the secret reference. In the original game, there's a hidden bonus stage where you literally fought a car. Now, the Ninja Turtles probably haven't battled the car, but they have had their fair share of villains, and Fortnite references them in the coolest way. Each turtle has their own stance, where they pose on a sewer pipe, but on the ground, there's a different prop every time. For example, we have Shredder's helmet, a Mauser's head, the Foot Clan banner, and the coolest of all, Metal Head sliced into pieces. Not the only incredible secret. Usually, you could only use Thor's Mjolnir emote with the pickaxe equipped. And there's only a handful of skins who could use it, but if you switch to a large-sized character, it lets you wield the hammer, except you're not actually worthy. For fans of Attack on Titan though, there was an Easter egg hiding in plain sight. Eren Yeager was revealed with a mind-blowing image, and we are so focused on what his outfit looked like, nobody paid attention to what's in front of him. In the distance, Mega City showed a cyber dragon looking down. Seem familiar? Yep, it's a 1-to-1 recreation of Attack on Titan's Season 1 poster. How cool is that? Clearly Fortnite are huge fans of the collabs they had. You could tell the writers love Futurama. When Bender dropped, players realized they could go to a vending machine and he'd talk to it asking, "Didn't I have a baby with you once?" If you're wondering, the answer is yes, and it's crazy. Animation keeps thriving with the Nightmare Before Christmas collab, and seeing Jack Skellington in Fortnite blew everyone's mind. Not only did he have an incredible outfit, but his set has one of the coolest traversal emotes out there. It's the walking bathtub from the movie, and if you listen closely, it even plays "This Is Halloween." Over in the Gaming Legends series, Fortnite doesn't slow down on the secrets. When Destiny arrived, no one was expecting this, and fans were over the moon when they heard about it, especially after they watched a trailer and noticed a hidden detail. That's a lot of loot. Turns out this cave is a reference to an actual location in Destiny where players would constantly farm it for engrams, so I guess Epic must have used this cave too. If we're talking about passionate fans though, LeBron loves Fortnite and he has a ton of outfits in the game. On a Space Jam style, we get a good look at his arms, and of course, the real LeBron has plenty of tattoos, but instead of putting these on his skin, he took a different approach. If you look really closely, you'll notice the tattoos are Fortnite themed. From a battle bus on his shoulder to cube runes on his leg, there's even a design that says "We can build it," so LeBron must really love Fortnite. For those who watched James Gunn's movie, you're probably disappointed when the only collab we got was Bloodsport, but he actually wasn't the only character. His backbling actually features 2 hidden DC references. And sure, there's Starro right there in the container, but fans also noticed a rat taped to the glass. This isn't your regular old sewer rodent, it's Sebastian, Ratcatcher 2's best friend. Speaking of companions, Jinx from Arcane is a very popular collab, and in the show, she holds onto a toy monkey that is definitely not terrifying. So naturally, they brought it to Fortnite too. In fact, she has been using this monkey bomb for over a decade in the League universe. It plays a major role in the Get Jinx music video from 10 years ago, and of course, if you look at the backblink's description, it says "Get Jinxed." It also turns out an interactive Easter egg is hiding in the Matrix collab. Sure, we didn't get actual skins, but thanks to the bullet dodge mode, we can make any outfit a crossover. When you do this, sunglasses appear on your character's face, the exact same ones that Neo wears in the film. In fact, everyone in the movie wears them while in the Matrix. It's a pretty cool detail. Not everything is true to the original. Doctor Strange has a glider that showcases his spells. Instead of being the official symbols from the MCU though, Fortnite took a different approach. Look closely and you'll realize that Doctor Strange is casting spells with cube runes. It's not just Marvel. Turns out DC has one of the best secrets in the whole game. Superman was the secret outfit during Invasion, but when he was revealed in the trailer, you had to pause to notice a hilarious joke. While the island was being ravaged by aliens, Superman was busy playing Fortnite as Batman. Someone who was definitely less of a hero is Grisha Yeager, but he was secretly on the map this whole time. In Chapter 4, Aaron was the secret skin, and fans started to realize that Anvil Square looked oddly similar to Shiganshina from the show. The suspicion was confirmed when they logged in and found a secret basement that belonged to Grisha. It was a 1-to-1 copy. And so was the tactical assault rifle. His regular weapon has been in Fortnite for a long time now. You'd be forgiven if you forgot it was actually added as part of a collab. This appeared at the same time as John Wick officially dropping in-game, and the model of the weapon is based on the same gun that he uses in the second film. It's a Terran Tactical AR-15, and Fortnite even parodied their custom logo above the magazine. An Easter egg that you could accidentally find belongs to Grogu. If you go AFK, he'll use the extra time to mess around and recreate scenes from the show, like trying to eat the ball from Mando's ship or just drinking soup. A complete recreation was the reveal of Mecha Morty. Yeah, the last thing we were expecting was for Morty to show up, but when he did, it was in style. Because Morty is known for being short, they had to give him a little boost with the mech, but most Fortnite players have bad memories of mechs, and Epic knew this, so they had a little fun with the reveal trailer. If you're really paying attention, you'll appreciate the insane detail on Fortnite's No Way Home MJ. Most fans were just excited to see Zendaya's MJ in the game, but you have to look real close to see her necklace. This is the Black Dahlia necklace that Peter gives MJ in the movie, and it breaks in the fight with Mysterio. As you can see, it is still broken in Fortnite, which you gotta love the commitment. That same passion can be seen in Eleven's set from Stranger Things. Her back bling is taken straight from Season 4, where she made a diorama for school. The only difference is Hopper's police car. Another insane difference is hiding in the Ghostbusters collab. As you probably know, the original film focused on male Ghostbusters, and because it's in the 80s, they're using pretty retro technology. Then, when they rebooted the films in modern day, it had an all-female cast. So when bringing the outfits to Fortnite, Epic gave the male skins old tech, and the female outfits had more recent ghost-busting equipment. I mean, who would even notice this? Speaking of updating the past, John Wick received brand new edit styles years after he first dropped. This took everyone by surprise, especially when they zoomed in and saw that he was missing a finger. Yes, after the skin originally released, the third movie came out and he chops off his ring finger, so to keep things accurate, Fortnite caught up. Or cut off. Like I said, they love doing stuff like this. When the Alien collab dropped, they included a pretty random pickaxe, the P5000 Power Loader. Seemed odd to anyone who doesn't watch the films, but it is taken straight from the second movie, where Ripley learns to drive a power loader and kills a xenomorph with it. Now let's be honest, you can't have Alien without Predator, and well, Fortnite has both. Also turns out they were teasing his arrival months before he even appeared on the island. Over at Stealthy Stronghold, players notice a helicopter crash in a tree and a dismantled truck. They seem like decoration to regular players, but Predator fans knew the truth. It was a ton of Easter eggs referencing the movie. Fortnite just can't stop with the foreshadowing. Entire seasons before Nick Fury came to the shop, players discovered an eye patch in the bridge of the helicarrier. It was just sitting there waiting to be found. One of the coolest Marvel secrets involves Thanos. Back in Chapter 1, there was an emote where you could simply snap your fingers. That's all there is to it, except once the Avengers LTM dropped, you could play as Thanos, and by doing the emote, a secret animation will play. Sometimes if you want to find an Easter egg, all you gotta do is switch edit styles. When it comes to Luke Skywalker, his regular version is from Episode 4, and you can see his original lightsaber on the belt. But if you switch to the Return of the Jedi edit style, there's the iconic green lightsaber. Maybe you prefer Obi-Wan, in that case, pay attention to his lobby pose. He'll occasionally wave his hand with a force move, referencing the Jedi mind trick from A New Hope. As for the Icon series, Loser Fruit fans were ecstatic to hear she was coming to Fortnite. Her outfit wasn't the only impressive part, turns out her back bling held an amazing secret. These plush toys weren't just there for decoration, they were actually the main skins of Loser Fruit's stream snipers, including her most relentless enemy, Eiley, the Rabbit Raider. Now everyone knows about Wolverine, but not many people are familiar with X-23. She's in the Logan movie, but is also famous in the comics. Both of these show her unique ability, claws in her hands and feet. Well, Fortnite took this into consideration, and when you jump or skydive, you'll see the claws coming out of her feet. It's hard to notice, but it is so cool when you spot it. That's just as impressive as Geralt's hidden ability. If you have a sword pickaxe equipped and do the Rooney mode, he will keep the sword in his hand, something that you never really see in Fortnite. We also should have paid attention to Gamora's glider. Turns out this whole time she was hiding an Infinity Stone in her set. The glider is holding the Power Stone, which makes sense because they steal it from Ronan in the films. Speaking of space treasure, there's someone who always seems to get kidnapped, and that is Peely. Him going missing for an entire season wasn't even the first time Peely has vanished. Back in Chapter 2, the Mandalorian hunted him down as a bounty and threw Peely into carbonite. You can find it in Hunter's Haven with him posed just like Han Solo from the films. But nothing beats the unique animation that only Darth Vader gets to have. He was a powerful enemy on the map, and when you defeated him, we expected him to fall into tiny cubes just like every boss we've ever had, except Vader had style. This kneeling animation is because Disney doesn't allow you to kill their characters. Not even Battlefront can do it. Those are 50 collab Easter eggs in Fortnite. If you enjoyed, make sure to hit subscribe and keep it here on T5G.